This one I've used a few times, but when they come out of the package, this is kind of what it looks like. Probably most of you guys have seen that. This is cool because usually you want your tourniquet to be about 1 inch in diameter, maybe 2 inches. This gives you, it's wide enough that you can get, it gives you a good even pressure all the way around. But it's not so wide that you can't actually start twisting it. But you could use like gauze like this. This has got a little bit of stretch to it, but not that much. If you wrap this around a bunch of times and tighten it, this would work as a tourniquet as well. Okay, so basically what we're going to do, right, we want to put it on the uphill side of where things are bleeding. So if he's got a bleeding, bleeding from his shin here, we want to put it above it, maybe 1 inch or 2 above. We want to put it around the soft tissue. So you don't want to put it right over like a bony part. Like you don't want to put it around a knee. You wouldn't want to put it like around the shin where there's, a lot of bones. So somewhere where there's kind of a soft tissue that you can get around that'll apply good even pressure. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to wrap this around. I'll leave them on its side here. So we're going to make, you guys know how to make a square knot?
Yep.
Right over left, left over right, right? Don't stress if you're not quite sure. There's a fire service adage that we like to say, but it's actually true, that if you can't make a good knot, make a whole bunch of bad ones. So we make half our square knot, right over left.
That's Santa Clara.
Yeah. These guys here, these guys are all used to it. They always make good knots. So we take our windlass, we put that in the middle of the knot, like this here. That's step B. Then we do the other one, right? Make the other half of our square knot, right? If you're like, oh God, was it right? You can always make another one.
Another one, 2 or 3 more.
It's all good. Yeah, you can always make another one. You just keep going. It's like that Survivor knot untying challenge. So you want it to be snug when you put that first one around, but it doesn't have to be crazy tight. But you want it to be pretty snug. So now the idea is when we turn this windlass here, it's going to start twisting that tissue there. We're going to get mechanical advantage. So it's going to start applying pressure. All this thing is going to get tighter. So we turn it enough until the bleeding stops. Then what we do is if we kind of wrap, we want to have it so this windlass doesn't spin, right? If we just let go of it at this point, it's going to unwind. So we need a way to kind of hold it to keep it from unwinding. So we turn it a few times. If you take the tail of this and you kind of see, you could either use, ideally like another bandage, you could wrap around here and tie it. Or if you get this tail part and you kind of wrap it around and then back on itself, tie it, now it's kind of in place. So this part doesn't need to be super tight, it's just enough so it doesn't unwind.
Should the windlass be on the opposite side of the opening, or does it matter? Like the bleeding out point?
Well, basically this whole thing needs to be above wherever it's bleeding. So if it was bleeding down here, we put it up here. If he was bleeding up here, he's still going to be bleeding with this. That'd be an oops. We'd have to redo it.
A bad knot won't fix that.